Have you found yourself losing your head about almost anything, about what other people might think, about your own decisions or about your past decisions? Well, then you might be an overthinker. People who overthink can be paralyzed by their worries and may struggle to decide or take action. Well, if that's the case, then you're lucky, because we will share some ways of dealing with these thoughts and take control of them for the better. 1. Start journaling, writing your thoughts and emotions. If you find yourself in a cycle of overthinking, the best way to break it is to start journaling. Taking the time to sit down and write out your thoughts and feelings can be a great way to bring clarity and understanding to the situation. Writing out your thoughts helps you to process them and can help to separate what is real from what is imagined. It can also help you to reframe your thinking in a more positive way. When you write out your thoughts, it can help to create distance from them, allowing you to observe and analyze them from a neutral standpoint. You may even find that the root cause of your overthinking can be identified and addressed. Writing out your thoughts and emotions can also help you to gain perspective on the situation and see things from different angles. If you're not sure where to start, try writing out all of the thoughts that are coming up for you. You don't have to be an amazing writer, just jot down whatever comes to mind, as quickly or slowly as you need to. Once you have done this, take a few moments to reflect on what you wrote and see if there are any underlying issues that need addressing. By taking the time to journal, you will be better equipped to deal with the cycle of overthinking. 2. Stop seeing it as a bad thing. It's easy to get caught up in the belief that overthinking is a negative thing, but it's important to remember that it can also be a positive thing. It can be a sign of intelligence and creativity as you are able to look at different perspectives and evaluate situations from various angles. Overthinking is also an opportunity to practice problem-solving skills as you dissect and analyze complex situations. You need to learn how to use your overthinking to your advantage, instead of seeing it as something that holds you back. If you find yourself stuck in the cycle of overthinking, take a moment to step back and focus on what's happening in the present. Instead of getting overwhelmed by thoughts of the future, bring yourself into the now. Take deep breaths, meditate, or practice mindfulness to help clear your head and gain a better perspective on your situation. It's also important to talk to yourself kindly. Acknowledge that you are having difficulty with certain thoughts, but don't beat yourself up over it. We all struggle with our thoughts sometimes, and it doesn't make us any less capable or strong. You just need to figure out how to move forward despite the difficulties. The key is to take control of your thoughts rather than letting them control you. Overthinking can be beneficial when used in the right way, so don't forget to remind yourself of that. 3. Change your self-talk. We are all guilty of talking to ourselves in a negative way from time to time, and when it comes to overthinking, this can be particularly damaging. By changing the way you talk to yourself, you can help to reduce the amount of overthinking you do and create healthier patterns of thought. Start by becoming aware of when your self-talk turns negative. Instead of telling yourself, "I can't do this," try saying something more positive, like, "I can do this, I just need to take it one step at a time." If you find yourself getting overwhelmed with thoughts, try focusing on a mantra like, "I am strong and capable," or "I am in control of my thoughts." The next step is to learn to let go of expectations. You don't need to be perfect or have everything figured out right away. Finally, practice being mindful of your thoughts. When you find yourself getting lost in overthinking, take a few deep breaths and focus on the present moment. This can help bring your attention back to what is actually happening around you, rather than living in a world of what-ifs. By changing the way you talk to yourself, you can help to reduce the amount of overthinking you do and create healthier patterns of thought. It takes practice, but eventually, it will become easier to stay focused on the present moment and give yourself the kindness and compassion you deserve. 4. Talk about it with others. Talking to friends and family members is a great way of dealing with overthinking. When you talk to someone you trust, you can let out your feelings and thoughts in a safe environment, which can be extremely therapeutic. It is also helpful to talk to someone who has experience with overthinking, as they can provide helpful advice and tips to help you manage it. Having a sounding board for your ideas can help to put things into perspective. They may be able to point out things that you have overlooked, or provide insight that you would not have been able to come up with on your own. A friend or family member can also provide support during difficult times and remind you of positive things when you feel overwhelmed by your thoughts. Talking to a therapist or counselor can also be beneficial. A professional can help you develop strategies for managing your overthinking and understanding its underlying causes. Finally, online forums and support groups can be a great resource for those who are struggling with overthinking. Through these resources, you can connect with others who have similar experiences and exchange helpful advice. These platforms provide an opportunity to share your story, ask questions, and get feedback from other people in the same boat. No matter how you choose to talk about it, remember that it's okay to talk about your issues. There is no shame in seeking help and reaching out for support. Ultimately, talking about it with others is an important step in learning how to cope with overthinking. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your feedback. We'll see you again soon.